Hey, welcome back, tubers. So this live feed is going to be all about crypto mining. I want to leech, I want to suck from your brains, I want to learn as much as I possibly can and understand it. I've just joined a few days ago. I joined Hashflare and started playing around with that. I've never done stock markets or things like that, so I'm kind of I'm having a little bit of fun with this. As well as, of course, my mining rigs and stuff I'm building for other people. Well, not building, but filming for other people. Um, and the mining rigs that I've set up for myself. Cheap vlog is first, and I am just rattling on while I'm waiting for somebody to actually walk into the room. And you are first, buddy. Welcome. Um, I am like literally, I have just woken up, and the first thing, I didn't even check messages this morning. All I did was look at all my mining stuff, and my eyes were sore. I haven't had a shower. I still need more sleep. um, and I can't focus properly yet. It takes me a little while to focus. I think they call that getting old or some shit, right? Rightio, close that down. Let's get rid of some stuff. Otherwise, people send me weird messages via everything. Where's me chat? Where's me chat? What was Dan just subscribed? Oh, welcome, Dan. Although you can't see this live feed yet because you probably only just got here. What have we got? There we go. Now it's updated. Dear God. Oh God. There we go. This is what I mean. It gets sidetracked. What's going on? Rightio. The chat's up. I can actually see properly now because I got a bigger chat screen. First, good morning, people. Mike, hello. Where are we all from? Hey, busted both legs. That's such a good name. What gave you what created that name? I guess. What made you think of that name? I'm gathering you had a motorbike accident or something, busted both legs, and it stuck. Evening here. Did anyone have DNS failure last night? No. Well, no. My mining rig didn't go down, so I guess not. Ring ring MSI. Yasa did a little wavy hand. What are you mining? Okay, so I am mining XMR. No, I'm not actually mining XMR anymore. The only reason I was mining XMR because I started doing that and I had to reach the payment threshold on Minergate, so I didn't just lose all that money. So now I was also mining Ethereum and Ethereum Classic on Minergate. So I've got to go through and mine those coins so I can get a payout on those as well. But I'm doing Ethereum. These two rigs here that you can't see, these two rigs are doing Ethereum. So I got 5 RX 580s doing Ethereum. And they're doing about 131 mega hashes or giga hashes or teraflops or whatever the word is. I still haven't got me whole handle on all the terminology. I won't pretend. Must be time for a coffee. Pete doesn't drink coffee. Can you imagine this with coffee? It'd just be stupid. XMR is profitable with AMD cards, absolutely. What else we got? Hello from Brazil and Ryzen CPU. I've got one Ryzen CPU. Someone go GPU, sorry. I've got one. Quick Pete, how many 18650s does it take to mine a Bitcoin? Probably a metric shit ton. My poor batteries are smashed. Base jumping off a 360-foot building and parachute failed and broke both legs. Simple story, really. Ouch, I guess broke both legs is better than broke my neck. Are you selling 18650 cell? No, I'm not, unless you want to buy them for Bitcoin. Small comfort, but at least you had a parachute, unlike the guy in China who dies. Oh, wasn't that horrible? I saw that at some early time this morning. Some dude that takes photos in stupid areas. That's a bad way to die. Did you BIOS mod the cards? Yes, I BIOS modded all cards. So those 3 cards there are Hynix, and they did the 1750 strap to the 2000 strap, and the Samsung memory. I got 2 Samsung cards. Did the 1750 to the 2000 and the 2250. I also just tried the 2000 on the Samsung cards, and there was no difference, so I thought I might as well just do both. I also tried the Samsung memory BIOS on the Hynix, and they worked fine and they worked stable, but there was no difference. And I also tried the Hynix on the Samsung BIOS, and again there was very little difference. I think might have got a little bit more putting the Samsung on those because you got the extra boot strap, the extra memory strap, but I don't know. The next thing I'm going to do is start playing with the volts in the memory, take it from 1000 to say 950 and see how I go. But I'm trying to fish around for a second-hand card that's been used for 2 years before, or a year or whatever, maybe L470 or something, before I actually mess with brand new cards that are still under warranty. So, and then I spent a good week, 2 weeks maybe even, doing all of the what do you call it? Transition. No, that's not working. Why is that not working? That's a black screen. Video capture device. Oh no, that's not it. That's why. Main screen. Display. Okay. Why is the display not working? Remove. Yes. And this is like one of those really not thought out processes. Browser source. Right, I'm just trying to show you some stuff. No, that one won't work. Nanopool? Is it Nanopool? Copy. Yeah, Nanopool will work. Go back to OBS. Paste that in. Okay. Of course the scaling is not right. That's fine. So this one this one is my 2 mining rigs. So now if I go to Nanopool, can I scroll that? I think I just did that wrong, because I can't scroll it, can I? No, I can't control that. That was crazy. Yeah, so I'm mining with Nanopool. Well, EthOS. Remove screen, main screen, video capture source, video source, media source, image, display capture. Okay, display capture's not working. You don't get to see it today. I have no idea why that's not working. But I'm basically doing 130. I'll have to read it off the screen. I really want to actually show you this. That's not very fair, actually. Settings, bookmarks. Cool. Why aren't you screen sharing? Why can't the computer guy get the screen sharing working? OBS, have you got a problem? Screen capture. Okay, there's only one screen hooked up. Let's just do another one. Okay, add. Is it display capture? Window capture? What are we doing? Window capture. No. Live chat. No, that's not going to work. Maybe that one. Cancel. Remove. And this is what, you know, always goes down really well when you're actually doing a live feed and not actually talking or interacting with people. It's still not working. I give up. I give up. Back to the chat. How much did I miss out on? Both legs broke. Broke my back on another jump. What? I'm a slow learner. That's weird. I haven't jumped off any buildings and never broke my back or legs. Well said. Yeah, it was the one that was paid for. I'm guessing all the others were sponsored, so go figure. Question number 8. So can you tell me a good reason not to use them? No, I can't tell you a good reason not to use them. You should be using every cell you can as long as you're happy and you think they're safe. Save it from landfill. Use it for something else. If you can't use it on a like a heavy draw, use it on a torch or something like that. After package same capacity, yes. I would like to use ABS, but I guess I need to find a good video. Find a good video on YouTube. ABS is really good. It really is, except it's just not working today. Then again, I usually test all this stuff before I come on camera. But today I just want to have a chat. And my wife starts work in an hour, so I have to rip this out before my wife goes to work. Just discovered your channel recently. Love what you're doing. Always wondered if someone was going to attempt mining on solar power in this fashion. Claymore is the best for Ethereum. Absolutely. You get 1 terahash more, or 1 hash more for mining Claymore. How many amp hours is how many amp hours is my Powerwall? It's 40 kilowatt hours, give or take. It's probably not 40 kilowatt hours with the load I'm putting on it at the moment. The load is pretty scary. Well, it's not scary, it's just huge. It doesn't make any sense you put that much load on a battery. It does not make any sense. So I wonder if I can go to scene 2 display capture. I promised I wasn't going to actually do this, but window capture. Okay. I think it's Google Chrome causing the problem, because that's saying that's my screen. Why can you see that, but you can't? You can see my mouse. You can't see the Google Chrome. I wonder if it's Google Chrome. Let's open another a new window. Nah, that didn't work either. I quit. I really quit this time. Unprofessional. Hotspot's failed on a new laptop. Did you find out why the PS server went banana? No, I didn't look, but it hasn't done it since. Back to phone. Have you stayed on one currency or used WhatOMine to mine? I haven't used WhatOMine. Someone suggested I use WhatOMine yesterday. I haven't researched it. I've got this big long list from everybody in the live feeds and stuff lately that I'm trying to research everything they've said. And I guess it's to try and get a core understanding of it. My favorite thing at the moment is that mining with the what do you call it, mining? What, it's just, my brain has gone to absolute shit this morning. Okay. Not Minergate. I changed so much stuff. bookmarks. It is much better when I have a dozen screens here. Hash flare. Hash flare I'm absolutely loving. So I initially invested $100 with hash flare, and I've already made $9 back in 4 days. So that's pretty cool. I'm enjoying learning how that sort of thing works. I guess it's like I said in the beginning, it's like the stock market. You need to turn up mic. What's that mic? Pete, you need to turn up your mic. I have a laptop turned on the whole way up and I can hardly hear. The problem I had last time. Okay, so does anybody else have that problem with the audio? I can turn it up a bit, but it clips. Desktop audio, microphone audio. There we go. I edged it up a little bit for you, Mike. Close, open. Where's my chat gone? Yo, J-Rock, welcome. Anybody in the Netherlands wants batteries, ping me. Get on top of that, man. Get on the Facebooks and all that sort of stuff and advertise it there as well. Anybody doing Raspberry Pi CPU mining? No. I have got 2 small rig CPU mining just for the hell of it, because they were old motherboards that I had laying around and they could run on a 300-watt power supply. So I've only done that just for the shits and giggles. 6 or 7 CPUs are profitable with Claymore. What kind of power limitations are you finding with the mining rigs? I have a few machines drawing some serious power, but what they doing close to 12 trillion hashes a second. Yeah, 12 trillion hashes. That's a few dozen. Limitations I'm having is charging my batteries back up. Yesterday and today, well, yesterday I put 17.8 kilowatt hours back into my batteries, and the only way I was able to achieve that is by returning to grid in between 9 and 4. So they're sort of my really good times with my on-grid solar system. So I only pulled 1 kilowatt hour off the grid yesterday in total, and that was later in the afternoon when my wife was cooking dinner. So the limitations is battery storage. I mean, I've got a lot, but I don't have enough. And that's only for 2 GPUs. I'm not even mining with all these GPUs offline. It's 2, granted they are old R9s. One's an R9 290X, and the other one's an R280. And they suck down a lot of power, an awful lot of power, 400 or 500 watts. Whereas these cards here are more efficient, and they mine a lot, double the speed, and they're the same wattage, or they're about 100 watts more, sorry. So, and these are both Linux machines with no hard drives. They've just got a USB as a hard drive. Absolutely taken down to the bare essentials, only enough to get them to run. So there's big limitations with solar powered mining. I think it's more of a YouTube thing, if I should be honest. I'm hoping that if I can get it right, I'll get some hits, and that'll be the knock-on effect. So I'll have my Powerwall, which will have one group of people, and I might be able to attract the miners to see how I do it and whether it even really works long term. One of the big concerns is how much load is it putting on my single inverter. Once I have the second inverter down there, it'll be much better, I think. So what do we got? Video capture, stream. What's that? Live chat. I would still like to work out how to get the screen share working on this. I had so much stuff I wanted to show you. If anybody wants to have a look at that hash flare, I've got an affiliate code below that if you sign up, I don't make any money if you click on it and go and have a look. I just make a little bit of money if you actually sign up, which would kind of be neat because I want to try and reinvest everything. And I want to actually, the whole reason for doing this, I want to actually show you what I've done, but obviously that's not working, so I might have to do another one. Mimi, hi Pete, first time catching you live. Wow, you missed all of my live shows. I hope they will turn pool back on. I'm gathering you mean HashFlare. I didn't lose too much with HashFlare, so that's right. It's Windows 10. Yeah, I like Windows 10, so I'm not going down that road. To be honest, I've got 2 Linux boxes now, so it's kind of, and I've got a Mac. Has anybody looked at dedicated mining machines? Seems much less complicated and more powerful than GPUs. They are also cost more to get into. You can't scale into it. You've just got to go all out with a couple grand. And they suck down the power like you wouldn't believe. And most of them only are ASIC miners, and most of them only actually do, what are the two larger coins? Litecoin and Bitcoin, I think. Don't quote me. I'm just talking out my ass. Amazing, yes, a few dedicated mining machines. Which one? Volume is low. Sounds quiet here too. Going to videos, I think, get Antminer S7. Invest in HashFlare. You mean you paid money? Yes, I paid money to actually have other people mine for me. 2 S7s and an S9. That must sound like a jet's taking off within your home. Audio is low, but the GPU fans have taken over the sound. Okay. I wonder if I move that closer by, there we go. That's 20 centimeters closer to my head. And that might help, I guess. The camera's on a tripod. I'm going to, where do we go? Quite quite low here. Was it any better after I turned it up a little bit? I'm probably so far behind. It is better. I just turned it up a little bit more again. If it's clipping for anybody, let me know, because I don't want it clipping. S7 Hyper Romania S7 decent. XMG CPU mining. XMG copy. Notepad, paste, read that later. Decreed is shut down on several sites. Update. Nothing new for the moment, guys. CoinMag developer are working on a fix. We'll let you know as soon as they have more information. What's that on, J-Rock? Is what started by miner claim. Stated by miner claim. Sounds better as you're closer to the mic. Okay, cool, awesome. So what's an 18650? They are a rare and mythical beast that lives in the wilds of the jungle. Or some shit, I don't know. I've all caught up. How can I be caught up to the chat? Where anybody in the chat room, let me know where you're from and what time of day it is. And meanwhile, I don't know whether how many people in the chat? I don't even know how many people in the chat. I might stop streaming and then start streaming again straight away and see if restarting will help. I'm fairly sure you guys can keep talking. So I'm gonna stop and then start again and see if that works. If it doesn't work, I'll have to just start a new live feed. Is everyone okay with that? 38 watching. That's all right. That's not many. People don't like Bitcoin, so that's fine. That's why I made it very clear in the title. A lot of my subscribers are not Bitcoiners. They are here for only 18650s, and I completely understand that. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming. I'm going to turn off OBS and I'm going to reopen, and I'll be back in a minute. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm back. Did that work? I'm back, and not only did that work, OBS is working, and of course now you've got a headache. Transition. There we go. It's all working again. Happy days. That was a risk worth taking, I guess you'd say. Rightio. Close that. close that, close that, close that. What else we got? Subscriber count, that doesn't really matter these days. Nanopool, Ethereum. Why did I just say Ethereum for? That means nothing to anybody. Rightio, what I was going to show you before we got completely sidetracked by things that weren't working is go mainstream transition. And this is the good bit about having two screens. No, that's the chat. That one. Okay, so I am, last reported hash rate is 133.9 mega hashes. And I've earned $64.57. Of course, this would be well over $100 if I didn't swap and change and carry on. I haven't really worked out how much money I've spent doing it, like from the grid, because I don't really care at this point. It only pulls from the grid throughout the night. So, and it's like 6 a.m. at the moment, 10 a.m. and I'm already getting 600 watts. So it's almost, at 6 a.m. in the morning, it's almost covering everything. And so in between 4 at night and 6 in the morning, I guess I have to pay for power. But this is through Nanopool. So I don't understand this, but this black line across the top here is my miners. And there's a couple of small little dips. I don't understand what those dips are because they don't mean much unless one of the card overheats and slows down or something. But you can go to the calculator down the bottom. And if I say I am drawing 800 watts, and I worked out that it's about 0.07 of a cent. Now this is US dollars, so I pay 23 cents per kilowatt hour. So that's 14 cents per kilowatt hour US. And only half the time I'm paying for power. So if I hit save, at this very point in time, I'm $202 a month better off mining. So it's going to take me 2, 4, 6, 8, no, 5, maybe 5 to 8 months to pay my cards off. Now this figure varies extremely wildly. So this very approximate earnings is exactly that. It's very approximate. That can blow out to $500 sometimes. I've seen that up at $600. So it is very approximate, and that consumption is too much for the two mining rigs I have here, but it is it's a fair representation, I guess. So that's on that one. We'll go back to the chat for 3 seconds. Drop 9 people, 50% dislikes. You can't please everyone. Just seeing if you'd answer this by the title. Pete, wife pulled the plug. Any luck you're back? We missed you. No, we did. 50% dislike. How much do you need money wise before you can collect it? For this one, and this is EthOS, it's $150. Or give a no 0.2 ETH coin, Ethereum. So if you hover over the money, it gives you 64.75, and if you hover over the bar at the bottom, I'm 45.07% of my way to my payout. So about 10 days left. But again, that 10 days goes down to 4 days and up to 20 days. So, and I've had a lot of time. If you have a look at a day ago, so I've had 24 hours. This is my first 24 hours that I've had it running, the rig's running perfectly. And then the last 24 hours is kind of here, and I wish that didn't pop up over. But sort of below where my cursor is where I was trying to tune the rigs and get them working, and you know, this is where rigs were offline for ages, and I couldn't get it running stable. And back in the day, this is when I had 1 or 2 cards, and then it went to 3 cards, and then 4 cards, and then 5 cards. So it's a learning curve, but I think I'm all over it now. I'm happy with that. I can now move these mining rigs somewhere else, and I can just turn them on and leave them and never look at them again. I just look at here, and then I can tell whether something has dropped out or not. So, and then I've got Hashflare. So this is my earnings on Hashflare. 4 whole days. I know it's not that epic, but it is good fun. I'm enjoying it's almost, you know, fun. And I'm getting about $2 a day US return. Now I have reinvested some more money on top of my $100. I think I'm at like $200 now. I got 14.41 terahashes, and I started off with 0.7 of a terahash. So I'm trying to reinvest anything I make as well as anything else I get from there. And they reckon on my $200 investment, I think I put in $200 so far. I started with $100. They reckon I'll make $774 US in 1 year. If I make half of that, I'll be happy. Actually, I'd be happy if I just get my money back. But it's still looking good. The return on investment's not going to take that long. There is some pretty heavy fees. I think they're like 10 or 15 or 20%. But even with those fees, I'm still making money. So that's definitely a win. And I've changed my pools. I can't change it. I've changed to 2 pools. Usually there's 3 pools. I'm changing to 2 pools just because someone said it works better. Who knows? I don't understand it. So back to you in the studio, guys. Rightio, there we go. Where's my chat? I want to see, where is it? Now that that's gone. YouTube, live stream. I just checking statistics and stuff like that. It says 0 people watching. That's not good. 45 people watching. There we go. Copy, and I shouldn't keep that there. Pause that. Oh, we've got 4 dislikes because people don't like it, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. I can't keep everybody happy. If you like it, if you like my live feeds, just give us a thumbs up so the ratio sort of changes for the better, for the greater good. Switch to the iPad. US per kilowatt. Oh wow, that's pretty cheap. 45 cents here in Adelaide, Pete, per kilowatt hour. Geez, I only pay 7 cents per kilowatt hour at my home. Wow, that's pretty good. Oops, I mean 44 cents a kilowatt hour in US dollars where you live. So your calculations are way off. Well, I went on what Mike pays, and Mike pays 18 cents or something per kilowatt hour US. So I you know, it's just, it is what it is, I guess. I'm not actually losing money. I'm actually making money. Nice Hash was paying me around $55 a month, and paying sit in BTC wallet, and I made tons with the increase. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think I'd rather do. It's just let the money sit there and hopefully it goes up in value. And if it doesn't go up in value and it just plummets, just get out before you lose your initial investment and you're good to go. Hashflare is good. I use them all the time. Yes, I am loving Hashflare. Like I've said a few times, and it's about the, I don't know, the rush, I guess. It's kind of cool. Car racing or something, yeah. No, my power, my actual power is 24 cents per kilowatt hour where I live. Yeah, it's 24 cents per kilowatt hour. And then I've got, but I export like over 1,000 kilowatt hours per quarter from my other solar system. I don't use it. So if you class that, I get 6 cents per kilowatt hour when I'm drawing from my own solar panels, I guess. So it's not free. I have to class my power as 6 cents per kilowatt hour for half the day, and the other half of the day for 24 cents, I guess. You could average that out, but I don't math very good. I'm trying to base it on US dollars, not Australian dollars too, because you get paid in US dollars. Otherwise, I'd have to convert to Australian dollars, and the maths just goes to shit pretty quick. Ride the waves. Absolutely. DIY Tech and Repairs, welcome buddy. I still haven't downloaded your ISO and put it on the Raspberry Pi yet. The Raspberry Pi hasn't even been plugged in for 2 weeks. The power's gone. Oh, the power's gone from it. I really should plug that back in. Nice Pash is paying me $55 a month wallet. Made tons of the increase. Thank you very much, Ryan. I tried to inspire with common sense, I guess. Texas is 7 cents per kilowatt hour. Is the other system grid tied? Yes, Mark. I've got 6,000 watts of panels grid tied on a 5,000 watt TL5000 SMA inverter. And then I've got just a bit over 4.5 kilowatt hours charging my batteries. 4.5 kilowatt hours. 4,500 watts, whatever. Kilowatts, not hours. Hours is batteries. So I've got 10.5 kilowatt hours or something in total of panels. One big thing I'd like to do is actually DC couple or AC couple or whatever my other grid tie inverter, so that can charge the batteries as well, and that would be awesome. If I could do that, I reckon I'd get 50% more out of my batteries if I could change all my inverters over to hybrid inverters rather than what I've got now and just go off grid. It would be so much more efficient. And that would also hopefully have load sharing, whereas these don't have load sharing. That goes over the limit and just goes back to grid. So even though hopefully that PIP inverter will be installed within the next 48 hours. Mr. Sparky, are you listening to this live feed? Text me if you are. No, he's not. Yeah, so that'll have 8,000 watts of panels. That's when the shed goes on and these miners go off grid. And hopefully I can work out how to do the Raspberry Pi to turn off the miners when the batteries go low. I would be very keen to actually work that out. I've tried to do some research on that, but honestly I don't understand Raspberry Pi or Grafana or any of that. So I'd probably stuff up all Daniel's work. Even if he wasn't making money, holding the currency online would cause them to go up in value over time. Absolutely. So per kilowatt hour, that's not bad. I'm at 10 cents per kilowatt hour in New York. Oops, sorry, I didn't take into account you're selling power back to the grid. My apologies. Oh, that doesn't matter. Mining is like crack. I've been into mining several times, like on and off camera. I've been into mining several times. But this time I think, because the last time I didn't have very much of a community, this time I've got a much bigger following. And I've got this massive pool of people I can ask questions to. I can literally pick up the phone and call people and ask questions. And then I can ask questions on here. And it makes it so much more fun when you can interact and talk to lots of other people about it. Every other time I've done it, it's been like, you're doing what? Had I have kept doing it, I would have owned my house. No, I wouldn't have. I would have sold all the money and I would have bought beer with it or something. But you know the analogy. Oops, didn't take that into account. Morning's like crack. I love that. I started with 2 GTX in April 2017, and now I'm up to 9 GTX 1070s, one each R9 290. I want more mining systems. I do too, but I don't want to go crazy. Oh, we got a new subscriber. How cool is that? Thanks, Wayne. Wayne. Thanks, Wayne. I'm still looking at a rack to put the UPS and battery packs in for my small Powerwall, hoping the batteries are still good. They'll be fine. Just give them a bit of a charge up every 6 months. My times power must be cheap or free. We got another subscriber. Thank you very much for joining us. Must be best to let DIY Tech and Repairs to figure the set out for you. Yeah, but he's got other things. He's such a busy bloke. He does an epic amount of work on the forum. And if you want to support Daniel, much like a lot of you do supporting me, on the forum underneath his thing, he's got links to stuff where he's got affiliate codes, which will I mean, it'll take money away from me, but he deserves it because of the amount of work he does. Pete, you never call me anymore. It's because you cheated on me. It's simple as that. You went to another YouTube channel. You subscribed. It's your own fault, buddy. No. The main thing is you secure your wallet. The main thing is I don't have any money in any wallets yet. It's all sitting in other people's wallets. And I have ordered a hardware wallet, but it hasn't been dispatched yet. And I dare say after the NiceHash. Actually, has anybody looked this morning to see if NiceHash is back online? I know this sounds really dumb, but I think I'm going to go back to NiceHash when they come back online. I only lost 20 bucks and I really liked their website. No, it is not back online yet. That's disappointing, isn't it? Control V, enter. What else we got? NiceHash. If you're new to the live feed and you like what I do, smash that like button so we get the ratio to sort of go the other way. And if you're new, also come into the room. Let us know where you're from and how much power you pay, because that seems to be a very relevant thing. Also, I have 5 kilowatt of solar on my pole barn, along with another 1.6 on my fence line. Oh, that's cool. I am going to look at another 2 kilowatt hours of panels today. Don't tell my wife. They're 600 bucks with rails, and they're the same size as all my other ones, which will be great. And I have plenty of roof space left to put them on there. I'm just hoping to get them down to 400 bucks. Because I don't need the inverter or anything else. Yeah, I know he's pretty cool like that. On you, Daniel. Yes, he should get props for all the work that he does. He's a system admin or something, and he's got a family, and he's got a growing YouTube channel, and he's just a machine. He does so much work. During the winter, I cut my utility down by $26, but come summer, it should be close to $75. I said, plan to install another each for 300 watt panels. Nice, my time. Jax is a decent wallet. I can't even remember what I got. But I come back. I'm reading comments. I keep skipping them. I see a better one and then I sort of concentrate on it. Look at my hair. I need a shower. Shit. I haven't had a shower since the last time I was on a live feed, but I did change my shirt, so that counts. I have several questions about wallet setup, etc. Unfortunately, I haven't had a wallet yet, so I've got a wallet on my phone, but I haven't transferred any money into it because I'm trying to reinvest everything at the moment. I had 5% hash flow discount. It helped when I bought 10th. Holy, I want a 5% hash flow discount. Yes, NiceHash. NiceHash is good. It's definitely better than Minergate, but I still use Minergate anyway. The batteries for the UPS packs, original lead acid ones, and are 10 years old. Wow. I took the 50 volt packs and I'm hoping they still have a decent kilowatt hour to give me. Look, even if they don't have a decent kilowatt hour, you only need something. I need a bigger roof garden. Everyone has that. A lot of people have that problem. I don't. I could probably fit another 50 kilowatt hours on my roof if I laid everything out properly. Took the packet, still measuring 50 plus volts, so that's a win. 0.05 cents per kilowatt hour. Man, you should be mining. There is no reason why you wouldn't be mining at that cost. My electricity bill is pretty consistent, about 50 a month USD for 400 kilowatt hours. That's pretty cheap. You are back. Absolutely, I am Professor Bob. And it's no Bitcoin mine. It's Bitcoin mining today. It's no 18650. Well, not very many 18650 at any rate. Jax has a phone wallet. Do small transactions to make sure it goes through first. Also, make sure you back up your seed key, 12-word key. Yes, because I've already lost some and we won't go there again. Free Mark, yay! I made a live stream. Welcome to the live stream, Mark. Do you mine? Have you got 18650? That's a tongue twister. Do you have 18650 Powerwall? Or are you making one? Have I thought about lithium mining? Absolutely. In my own shed, it should be very cool. I just need a Dremel and cut all the cells open and scrape the 0.000.1 of a gram of lithium in each cell. I wonder. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, actually. Well, not really, but I don't understand chemistry, so probably would be just dangerous, not cool. Anybody else want to see anything else? I can show you stuff with the Bitcoin mining stuff if you want to know how much I haven't earned or how much it doesn't cost or whatever. Let me know. I'll be happy to share. Um, that's weird. What did that do that for? Um, just dig a big hole. I'm sure you have a few mining trucks around. Yeah, show away, but what do you want me to show? That's the problem. Just the mining stuff. I don't have much. It's really only the hash flare and nanopool. Nice hash is still down. What else is there? Minergate. Minergate.com. Enter. Does that go into there? It does. Dashboard. I've been reading a bit lately that people think that Minergate are actually stealing some of the hashes off the top, which is entirely possible, I guess. Phantom coin. Does anybody understand Phantom coin? I've made 50 cents worth of Phantom coin while I made $40 of Monero. What's the use of dual mining if you only make 50 cents? I guess it's better than nothing, but it still seems weird that it's such a low amount. You show. Oh wait, Cell 5. Cell 5 is charging. We're gonna have some more fun with Cell 5 after Jared sent me a few discharges. So have a play with them. And I thought they would be massive amount of power discharging, and then someone did some maths last night, and I realized I actually discharged the batteries more with my inverter than I ever will with these. But that said, I can still put a 50 amp load on one cell. At the moment, my max is 80 amps over 4 cells. So that's 20 amps per cell. This can double it. So I'd be interested to make some nice big cables up. I still reckon this thing's going to cook if I do 20 amps solid for 2 hours. But we'll put it outside and we'll see what happens. See if we can get some fuses to blow or something. You should be mining Monero. I was mining Monero. I've got, let me share screens again. Which screen's actually working? That one is actually working. So I was mining Monero with Minergate, but that was only so I could get that money up so I could cash it out. And I made $40 there. And I think my payout is $50 or $48. But again, that goes up and down wildly, and I really don't think that has any, like this one here, that one there, my total mined is 49, and that's 48, and sometimes they're so wildly out, and I don't understand it. I think it's because of the unconfirmed balance. But see that Ethereum, I've been mining all night, and it's 0 confirmed balance. So I don't get it. That the money did go up by $3 last night though. So in 6 hours or something, that went up by $3. And this one here is all solar. So this is running off my batteries. And this one here, so it's running at 13 mega hashes. And for some reason, I'm doing CPU mining as well at 37 kilohashes, which is practically useless. And that one is 67 degrees, and that's 64 degrees on the cards. So that's the 290, and that's the 280. And the 280 is behind the 290. So rid of that. That was that one. And then if I close out of that, go back to that, go to my NUC. Of that. So my batteries, since midnight last night, I've taken out 5.8 kilowatt hours out of the batteries. 300, almost 300 kilowatt hours. Almost 300 amp hours out of the batteries in one night. So And the sun's coming. Oh no, there's no sun on the panels yet, so we're not making very much power. These ones will have power before anything else. And I'm actually using Solar Patrol again, and I'm using the settings function and the timer. So basically, what I'm doing is, oh no, there we go. 8:30 in the morning, I'm going to utility. And 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to back to the batteries again. So I'm not mining through the day from my inverter and stuff, and that's allowing my batteries to charge all the way back up again. And it's working. It's working well. So the solar is producing power. Solar power input current is 1 amp. so we haven't got any solar on that panel array yet. I've got 12 panels almost in full sun for my on-grid. But I don't know if that's going to come up yet. It's not perfectly good sun. And this is a bit slow and a bit small. Come on. This Sunny Explorer actually crashes this NUC because I've only got 2 gig of memory in it and I really need some more. There we go. Did everyone get that password? It was probably password. Come on, Sunny Explorer, let's get on this. Okay, that's going to take a few more seconds to load up, so I'll go back to the chat. Dual mining is meant for chasing difficulty reductions. Okay, I don't understand that, but if I Google that later, I will probably learn something more. I was hoping Nicecast comes back. I lost $75, but they were the easiest to use in Windows. Absolutely. What's the best card for mining? Fastest AMD or fastest NVIDIA? I think the fastest for AMD is these cards. Is it the Strix? There is another one coming out that's even better that I was playing with the other day. The Strix Republic of Gamer Radeon Asus one 580. Oh, I'm sitting. I'm sitting here holding this box up very proudly, going, these are the ones that a lot of people are using, and certainly the guy that builds all the ones that I tweak are using those, and they run cool. And as compared to these, they run about 2 megahashes or gigahashes or teraflops faster out of the box than those do. Chasing difficulty, gonna read that. What's the best card for mining? Sold any currency yet? No, I'm reinvesting. Right now I'm testing simple mining OS on Nanopool. Ethernet rate is between 3 and 3 megahashes. Yeah, I tried simple mining, but I don't know what I didn't like about simple mining. But there was something. Oh, it was it because you didn't have wireless? It only has Ethernet cable, which was a problem because I wanted to put it down in the power shed. And I also have about $20 on there. I've got to go back and mine so I can get a payout on that as well. Maybe people like mining too different, so their entire money is not worth going down in value. Even that's possible. You could attempt to blow up some batteries. I could do that, I guess. I have done that in the past. I didn't enjoy it. Oh, I like that discharger. Has anybody done a video for it? Yes, the last video I released last night. I'm doing some tests on them as well as links where to buy them. eBay is in the thing up the top, that little I button, and then in the description is from AliExpress. Both affiliate links, but AliExpress is horrible for getting money out of. And in fact, I've never got a single cent out of AliExpress for affiliates. And they're actually cheaper on eBay, which does help too. My suggestion will you stick to Monero instead of ETH. Monero is undervalued right now, and you should hold the coins for all of 2018. Yes, I agree with holding coins. The problem is I want to reinvest and try and, I got a plan in my head. I just want to keep putting everything I can into HashFlare and just play with that. At the moment, I'm losing a bit of electricity cost. The hardware cost I can write off. I'm not too worried about that, because I just, you know, I can always resell the cards later on. So I do agree with holding, but I am at the moment putting everything into HashFlare because I think I believe in that model a little bit more. And why not make the money work for you? Well, I guess if Bitcoin goes up, skyrockets, it'd be better left in Bitcoin, but hindsight, Bitcoin could go down as well. And in which case I'd still be worse off with HashFlare anyway. Those are some really nice circuit boards on those discharges. I don't think they are really good circuit boards, if I should be honest. So in the video I did last night, you can't see, but I actually burnt my thumb on those cables. They are pissy little cables. They're terrible. I mean, even the iMax has cables that are thicker than those, and it only does 6 amps. This can discharge at 25 amps. It's got terminals there that you can plug in lots of different ways. You can plug in USB and stuff to it, but it's got nice big heavy terminals here to actually plug in the cables to, these cables. But if you look underneath on the board, those 2 pins there are supposed to carry 25 amps on a board that's that thick. There's no heavy traces, there's no massive cables, there's nothing. I think I would be tempted, if I owned this and I was actually going to do this properly, I would take, you can see the track sort of goes down to here. Where is it? There's two, it goes over to here and here. So those two pins there are from the negative and positive here. So I would probably be tempted to actually, oh wait a minute, they go in many different places. That's kind of crazy. I think I'd actually work out where they all went and solder a nice heavy cable to it, just to try and help it carry the current, but who knows. And it does look like there's only one MOSFET underneath there. If you have a look there, there's only one MOSFET underneath that massive heatsink. So how that's going to carry 25 amps at 4 volts is beyond me. Well, that's what it said on the screen anyway. And I will test that. I'm not going to modify it because I've got to send it back to Jaron. But I'm definitely going to use it. If I kill it, I'll just buy Jaron another one. Which mining did I get through HashFlare? Okay, I was mining Bitcoin. Okay, so get through HashFlare. Okay, so what I got through HashFlare, if you want to see this, if you want to see something, just let me know, and if I'm comfortable sharing it, I will. So main screen, go transition, minimize that down, close that down. So let's just out of shits and giggles, that's 6475, and now that's 6523. See, that's what I mean. That's 70. What's that? No, that's 50 cents. 50 cents since we last looked at it. And go to the calculator here, and that's actually another $10 more down there. That was $201, I think, from memory. So it goes around, it goes up and down fairly wildly with the return on investment. Back to HashFlare, I got SHA. So, and what I do is, if you go SHA and you go to the little buy basket, every time I make some money, so I've got that much BTC, I move this slider along, and the minimum is 10 gigahashes, so you can't actually, I can't actually buy another one. So every time I get paid here, or I get a referral fee, I just sort of slide that along and buy more. So there is script, and there's Ethereum. Oh, a script is Ethereum, and then ETH. So there's all different ones, but for now I'm going to do this one. I got 1.41 terahashes. So, and that made me yesterday 0.00014. There's 3 zeros and a 14699. So about $2 yesterday. So tomorrow will be a good to see because I doubled my investment in the last 24 hours. Well, give or take anyway. So tomorrow will be good to see if it goes up to $4. Let's see if this revenue forecast goes up to $1,400. But I'll try and continue to share that stuff as long as I'm asked. If people stop showing interest in it, I'll just stop. So yeah. What have we got? Why are Bitcoin's fees so damn high? Why are bank fees so high? I guess you could also ask. Someone's got to pay for the power. Would you mind if I shared another great YouTube miner? It is very active and builds rigs and tests different cards and has his own multi-miner. Sure, share away. Oakley's or Ray-Bans. I'll go Oakley. Actually, I'm an Arnett sort of a guy. I've had the same Arnett Sunnies, which I can't find, for 15 years. They haven't been made for a long time. Every pair of Sunnies I ever buy, every time I blink, my eyelashes touch the sunglass lenses. Or too much light comes in the side. So I've run the same one the whole time. Why into Hashflare? I would choose Genesis Mining just because their contracts are unlimited. Their contracts are unlimited, I agree, but the problem is you can't get a bloody contract through Genesis very often. They get snapped up very quickly. And they're unlimited for now. Let's wait 12 months and see what they do. Hashflare only have 1 year contracts, yes. Minergate is bad. They take your hashing power. Yes, I've been told that, but I started with them, and it is easy. I'm just going to get that payout figure through the Ethereum and take my money and run. Be careful putting all your eggs into Hashflare. They are one hack away from pulling a nice hash. Not saying it will happen, but it's always a risk when you put your trust in the company. I don't disagree, but at the money I'm investing, I can afford to lose it, so it doesn't really matter, and I accept that risk. And I guess that's with anything. That's with all of our projects. If you're doing it, you should accept the risks or not be doing it at all. Stock market, buying a car, buying a used car, it's all the same thing. You should use Mining Pool Hub with Awesome Miner or Multi-Pool Miner. Lots of guides on Reddit. You will double your pay. There we go. See, this is the sorts of good information that I need. I do use them myself, though. It's just a warning. I agree with Mining Pool Hub. I think a lot of the pools and stuff that people use are all based on personal opinion. I don't know, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not, but I think it might be. Yeah, you might need to find the termination on those crypts are woeful. Have a look when you get a chance. We had to resolder the wire. New ones got tape for electronics course. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make, so I got some 6mm square solar cable that's good for 30 amps. So I'm hoping like hundreds of volts, 600 volts. So I'm hoping, I mean, I know amps is amps and there's nothing to do with volts, but I'm hoping that'll be enough to run it. And I'll crimp some nice heavy cables on it, and then I'll put some I'll actually put some lugs onto the actual battery itself, You're going to need to maximize the draw to hurt. You've got to try and kill cell 5. And I'm going to do it outside just out of interest. Where is it? Yes, it's risky. All your coin in the exchange type wallet. Move that stuff into a secure wallet on a schedule. Yes. Crushing AA batteries versus AAA batteries. Does size matter? Clickbait thumbnail. Script is Litecoin. Yes. I'm still learning all the technology. All the names. I haven't committed it to memory. I've got too much stuff in my head to try and remember everything. You could make a lead acid battery explode and let the world know that it isn't just lithium batteries. That's true. Seen lots of batteries exploded in cars. However, HashPlayer doesn't pay out LTC for crypto contract. They pay in BTC. It's lame. Is it lame though? I mean, it's all depends on what you want. Bits Be Trippin'. I've watched a lot of Bits Be Trippin'. Is a great YouTube channel learning software and hardware tips. And he talks almost as fast as I do. Bitcoin's fees are high mainly because of 2,700 transactions fit per block, and a block time is 10 minutes. The higher the fee you pay, the higher priority you have to get into earlier block. And that could make the difference where you cash out or not. Peter's just pissed because he had to sell a mountain of pay for all of this e-wank. I did have to sell a lot of stuff to buy it. This didn't come easily, and I copped a lot of flack from my wife. I was keeping all these cells for Christmas money, and then I sold them or exchanged them in return for a whole heap of fake money, I guess, for now, because they haven't put anything back in my bank account. So, but on the same token, they didn't cost me that much. I mean, the cost of the batteries was negligible, and I bought a lot of the batteries 12 months ago. I do have a private stockpile of cells that are well off camera that nobody actually even knows where they are. But I do have a private stockpile as well of a few thousand laptop batteries. But that's just going to sit there. That is like not spending cryptocurrency. What a bit. I think the fees will be the doom of Bitcoin if they don't fix it quick. It is impossible to move small transactions right now. I think what is going to happen, and I had this conversation with somebody yesterday, when Bitcoin reaches its $21 million market cap, people are going to stop mining it. I think there's going to be something in someone's head that people are just going to stop mining it because they can't earn any more money. And then the price of those transactions might go up even higher because less people are actually mining to actually get those contracts. And I think there might be a lull after we hit that 21 million. Don't quote me. That's how I understand it. I could be wrong. In fact, there's a fair chance that I am. Gotta go, Michael. See you all next weekend. Thanks, Michael, for tuning in, buddy. If you're new to the feed, smash that like up button if you like what I do. And if you're new and you haven't put it already, whereabouts are you from? And do you mine? And do you have cells? Do you have a thread on the forum about your mining venture? No, but that is today's plan. What I'm going to try and do is document each day. It'll be hard, I'll probably do the top thread and then document each day of how much I've earned. And possibly if you guys sign up to HashFlare or whatever else and then buy a mining contract, I might add, I don't know, I'm not sure about this because I don't know if you share this sort of stuff, but I might add the referrals and stuff that I get and how much I reinvest and all that sort of stuff. Is that a good idea? I'm not sure. But definitely want to document like the amount of money that I earn or lose, because if I lose money, I'm going to share that as well. I'm not into trying to talk bullshit in order to make money, so to speak. Private stockpile over the shoulder peak. No, there is just one green bucket that is over the shoulder that I have left in here. That green bucket is full of cells, unprocessed. I have like 400 blue ones as well processed, but they don't count. They're just sexiness. And nobody knows where they are. Not even Pete knows. No, I know. Trust me, I know. I go and raid them occasionally. I have definitely cherry picked this lot though. The ones that I got not here are all cherry picked out, and there's only good cells left. I sold a bunch of the lower quality cells on eBay under a different name a little while ago, a few weeks ago. So I sold them very cheap. I put them by it now, and someone bought them within 10 seconds. But they knew what they were getting too, which is good. And they have a selfie with me, which is weird. I just still don't get that. People should, if you've been here and you've taken a selfie with me, you should upload it, because it just weirds me out. And I need to get over my thing. People continue mining because the miners get a transaction fees in the reward. Long before 21 million, the transaction fees will outweigh the block rewards. Do you think? I definitely think there's something. There's a change going to happen. To mine, and the fee will have to forever inflate. Yes, I think they should put a market cap on fees. The fees should never be more than X price, and even it shouldn't go up with inflation. That way, it forces people to, like the steadfast will just sit there and mine away, or the people with zero power cost. I guess that's when they'll make money and nobody else will in the world. It's all come down to power. We're just wasting power in order to make money, aren't we? Well, to try and make money. If the price of BTC is increasing, the fees amounts don't need to inflate. That's true. The safe place which you can never find when you want it. No, I know where these are. It costs me money every month to have them there. I know where they are. I just put my hand down the stream so I couldn't see the bucket. It's not a very big bucket. There's literally, I don't know how many cells are in it. They are. There you go. Don't cover the screen. That big bucket. So there's probably 200 laptop batteries in there. But I know they're all blue. Oh no, now I can't get it back in. They have to go back in off camera. Oh. Wait a minute, we weren't talking about 8650s. And it's almost 7 o'clock, and I promised my wife I'd be inside at 7 o'clock. Did I lie to her? Should I stay? She has a job in half an hour, so I'm going to have to go. Safe place. I just put a hand. Blocks are carrying a 3 to 4 BC, so block fees right now. So having the fees will outweigh the block rewards. No, here I go again. It's all right. You can watch. It's not that scary. Busted both legs. When you get your container, will you be able to get rid of your storage unit? No. No. I don't know. I might have to sell the stockpile in order to do some other stuff, but that's down the track. I'm trying to think ahead. I just hope we don't see the secret location on Storage Wars. Oh, can you imagine the battle? It's not actually a storage container, it's just a storage facility. And it's a private storage facility, it's not public. Go keep the better half happy. Absolutely, I have to do that lately. I really do. And on that note, actually, I'm free, Mark. I might take your take your advice and disappear and go and do that. Thank you I didn't get much new information. Dew mining is meant for chasing difficulty reductions, so I'm going to have a look at that. And XMG, CPU mining, and the two others there that were there. So I am going to research that today. I will go over onto the forum. I will make, I don't know, probably I'll ask Mike to make a separate place for Bitcoin mining so it doesn't get tied up. And I'll try and update it. My problem is I'm so spread, I hardly spend much time on my own forum. I look at the spam and I look at the new referrals and I try and welcome people, but that's pretty much all I do, unfortunately. I read a lot, I just don't comment a lot. So, because some of the stuff that they talk about, I just don't understand. Some of the pretty cool with all the projects and the Arduinos and the programming, and nah, I don't get that sort of stuff. So, but I will get over there and do something. I'll take a bunch of screenshots. If you want to see any extra information, just let me know and I will include it. Similarly, if you haven't been to the forum lately, go over and update your cell counter. That'd be good too. See where that's at. Pit bike is there from memory of another live feed. Busted both legs. It may or may not be true. Bits be tripping. Yes, bits be tripping. Can you send so off the heat of your miners to Canada? I told my wife last night that I was going to put all the Bitcoin mining rigs inside my house every night. And she just looked at me weirdly and didn't get how much power they kick, how much heat they kick out. So I think actually I might just take my wood fireplace out and just do a couple of like 8 GPU rigs, one on top of the other. That'll be all right, won't it? I would look at that in my lounge room. It's probably like not looking at a real fireplace, but it'd still entertain me, right? Cheers, have a good one. Your rig hardware setup would be cool to see, please. Okay, well, I'll take photos of that and throw it up on the forum today. In fact, I will probably do that while my wife is at work. I'll see if I can get this SJ cam to take some good photos. Nice wide angle. Much wider than this. Not as wide as that, but anyway. This may not be appreciated in the house, but the fireplace is at one end of the house and the sleeping quarters at the other end. So it might be fine. However, the fireplace is in the lounge room with the television. And then I'll just have to get a nice big surround sound system or something. I can justify that, right? I think I can. Anyway, tubers, thank you very much for joining in. If you've been here this long, smash that like button. If you've got any questions or you're watching this down the track, underneath in the comments, ask me the questions. I try and answer every single comment on the YouTubes that I can. In fact, I think I have answered every single comment ever. Let's get out of here. Noise, video. Do a video when you're fixing the TV on the wall. I could, but it's going to be boring. It's like 12 screws, 2 clips, and then another 2 screws, and then you put the board in, and then you put 2 screws back in, and 2 more ribbon cables, and the back on, then you turn it on. I might do that. I might pretend to buy another one and make a video out of it. That's a good idea. I wasn't going to do that, but that TV, I'll show you what the TV does. If anybody's still here, the hardcore fans, so you turn the TV on, and you turn the TV, what you do is you turn the TV on, oh, that's the power button. Where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. You turn the telly on, and you get a little light down here, and then it warms up, and you just get lines up the center. And then sometimes you get some of the Hisense logo out either side. So, and there's a little board that sits down here. The ribbon cables come off the bottom of the off the LED, and then wrap around and then come and then up into a little board, sort of here, and it's literally only that big. And that's all it does. Like if sometimes it'll come up further, or it'll fade out, or it'll come back. But yeah. Your video with the hammer inspired my video. Check it out, Butch. I will definitely have a look if I can sometime today. First time on the live feed. I'm working on a solderless cell holder. Maybe you will hear from me. If it works, you probably will. Solderless cell holders haven't worked so far. They've got a long way to go. They have an awfully long way to go. TK Gaming, welcome. Hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. Fused, by the way. I think the fuse is the big thing, especially within a community using secondhand cells. Actually, I'd still use cells. I'd still use fuses with new cells. However, you couldn't do that on an electric bike or a car, like easily on a car. I guess Tesla does it, don't they? Every cell's fused. Isn't something to do with a silicon ribber on the LCD? I've got a TV guy. I've actually got a TV guy that works for me. And he comes and picks up all the TVs and fixes them and then drops them back. And he is a very, very smart man. And I rung him up and asked the question, and he came out and had a look at it. He says, I'll replace this part, but you'll never get it because it's a high sense and you can't get it. You've got to get the right make, model, brand and size or something. I jumped on eBay and for $63 posted from America. Mind you, I ordered it 3 weeks ago and I still haven't got it. Yeah, I found the right one. It comes with a warranty and stuff, so I plug it in because you've got to have the right firmware and the site. You've got to buy the right thing for the right size screen and resolution and all that sort of stuff. So I got exactly the same. It's identical. The picture is identical to the one in there, so hopefully that works. And if it doesn't, I've lost $63, but I Bitcoin mine, so that's not a problem. Lucas, hi buddy. Don't start Monday by lying to the wife. You'd better go and you won't be allowed to go and hang with us. Absolutely true. Hi from Greece. There's so many new people in the room. E-Vlog has a good video about this and examples. About what, Jordan? Jonas? About what? $65 to RMA back to America. I reckon that is a fair call. That's why you don't send anything back these days. You just wear it and whinge and complain on the internet. But I'd send it back just on principle. I tend to do that. Even if it costs me more money, I still send it back. Good video about this and an example. TV ribbons. Oh, there we go. My TV guy is absolutely adamant it's not the ribbons, so I'm happy to try. Interconnects, that's why they sometimes fail. Yes. But because this one was doing weird things, if I unplugged the left side, I think the right side worked perfectly, and then if I swapped them over, the other side worked perfectly. So that said to me the ribbon cables were fine, and it was the card itself that was faulty. So that was the troubleshooting thought process I went through that. And it stands to reason. Then when you plug them both in, that's all that sort of happens. Nothing much really happens at all. So I like the fact that this has got a power switch that you can actually access. I wish all my monitors in the shed had that physical power switch that turned the power off to the actual thing rather than just a soft power off button. Okay, so driver then. I don't know what it's called. Wait a minute. AK. Oh, Sparky messaged me. The Sparky. I'm live. Well, I shouldn't be live. I said I was going. Okay. Oh, that was ages ago he messaged me. Right, messages. Messages. How do you search a message? Okay. There we go. The T-Con, T-C-O-N board. Yes, called the T-Con board. So that is what I have replaced. He said, Ops T-Con board is dead, hard to find, don't have parts here, mate, for Hisense. Yes, it's called the toucan board. Okay, cool. There we go. So that's what I replaced. Sounds like I see. Yeah, I prefer the power switch too. One message from the wife. Are we going yet? No, and I'm definitely going on that fact. Thank you everybody for joining in. I am going to get out of here. I've still got to finish editing another video. I'm going to throw a preview video up on Patreon, but you don't have to be a Patreon to actually watch it. So if you're here, you've got the heads up. Actually, I'm going to do it right now, so you can all go and see it. It's not finished. I think only the first 5 minutes is correctly edited, and the rest is just fast forward because I haven't finished the rest of the edit. If you don't want to see it, don't go over www.patreon.com. Where? Oh, there's a message on Patreon. I better check the messages. No, I want to go to Video Manager. Videos. My son must have just got on the net. Okay, incomplete, not public. Edit. Now this, oh God, that we should set that as the thumbnail. That's terrible. Where's the little link? Copy. Okay, over on Patreon. How do I add a post? Posts. Overview. Oh no, there we go, post. I'm trying to use Patreon more, but I find it difficult to be in 100 places. Okay, so link. Now post the title. What I'm working on. What do you think? Question mark. Publish. Rightio, if you go to Patreon, it's in the link below, I will leave it up for 24 hours and then I'll remove it again. So if you're watching this video to the end, you're going to get the scoop. If you haven't left already, you're going to get the scoop. So have at it. I don't even know how many people are watching this live feed at the moment. Live streaming. Wow, my computer has just gone horrendously slow. Who's going to be the first? Oh, well, I forgot pop-out chat was cool. Alright, wife is going. I am leaving. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Give me a second. Right, it's gone.